Both of them were my friends as well as my neighbors. Carmen Woods, him and I went to school together. I know his family. If he did not commit the crimes, then he should be set free. And I hope the person that did shoot Mr. Chester Laws, I hope that he is found. And so an innocent man whose freedom has been taken away for several years can be back out in society to maintain a normal social life in his community.
And you saved this newspaper article after all these years?
Yes, I have a lot of articles that I've saved. I saved things that are dear and near to me. Nice people.
And both of these were your friends, and
yes.
You held on to it because that was the story of your friends.
Yes. And I look back at it. As soon as you said something to me, I immediately said I could show you the article.
And now looking back on your memory, something that was close to you, two friends, and finding out that one of your friends that was accused of killing another friend didn't do it, it must really tear you up inside and stir up your emotions.
It stirs up the emotions, yes, because a lot of innocent people may be incarcerated for something that they did not do. And their freedom is taken away. So if he didn't do it, then I wish they would give the man back his freedom to come home into society, to maintain the life that he should, the right life.
All right, and what is your name?
Winnie.
Winnie what?
Russell.
Winnie Russell.
Yes.
Okay, Winnie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, good luck, Carmen. I haven't seen Don in a while.
Okay, what about Kelly Shivers or Shivers?
No, I'm the only one out here that really know him. You know him and his family. You know, the rest of these people out here, they're little kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
His brother, did you know his brother Larnell was?
Yeah.
See, he's over at the prison today. In fact, he should be coming home right about now. But nobody out here knew.
Every time I see someone in his family, and Mr. Wizard's family, I'll always tell him to tell Carmen that I said hi. Always. I don't care who I see in his family. Yeah.
June 13, 1986.
June 13.
That's when that story was done.
And I remember it so clearly because it was the day of my cousin's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin got married that Saturday, and this happened that Saturday night, early Sunday morning.
Larnell, how old is Carmen today?
Carmen is about 28 years old today.
28 years old?
Yes,
how
sir.
old was he when this crime occurred?
Oh, he's been in jail for almost 10 years. It happened in 1982.
Mm-hmm. So you don't even recall at that time how old he was, but he certainly was...
Yeah, 19.
19 or so.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've become aware of Homer Lane and the situation at hand?
Since I viewed the videotape that he done in the Mitchell Stratton office, that's Carmen's attorney.
Mm-hmm. How did you become aware of that? Tell me about the circumstances of how you became aware of Homer Lane.
Recanting the statement?
Yes, and how that came about.
A friend of Carmen's called me at the barbershop and told me that he was going down to Mitchell Stratton office with Homer Lane, and Homer wanted to recant his statement. Homer's been wanting to do this for a year or so, but it's just been so many difficulties, and he's been having so many problems of doing it. So, person finally called me at the barbershop, a customer, and told me over the phone. And I asked him to make a copy of the tape for me, if he can. And he made a copy of the tape for me, and I viewed it, and I was pretty much upset at how Homer Lane could testify, and a jury could believe his statements of what was said beyond the evidence that was presented for Carmen. The evidence that was presented for Carmen was in Carmen's favor.
Your brother has spent almost 10 years of his life behind bars for something that now appears he didn't have anything to do with.
Yes, he has. Carmen has not committed that crime or has been nowhere near the scene of that crime, the day of the crime. So we pray every day that Carmen will be released sometime soon. And we also hope that someone can get involved and will give us a hand as far as giving us legal advice, because we've been to so many attorneys, and we are exhausted finance as far as attorney fees and everything, because we went through about 5 or 7 different attorneys, and we paid cash money for that. So,
how much money would you say y'all have spent, roughly? I don't want you to give me an exact figure, but roughly.
oh, it had to be somewhere in there, 25, 20,000, somewhere around there.
$25,000. Let's move on to Larlena now, and you pick up the conversation, Larlena. Y'all have certainly been through a lot with this case. Your brother has spent almost 10 years of his life behind bars, and y'all have gone through a slew of attorneys.
Yeah.
And the finances?
They're outrageous. They're just too much. Can't afford anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like Larnell say, I hope that we can really get help, you know, because Carmen's in jail for something that he hasn't done.
And do you have any sentiments about why it's taken Mr. Lane long to come forward?
No. I don't know. Really, I don't.
Do you have any feelings about that?
Well, the only feeling I have is that I would like Mr. Lane to come forth into the courtroom and finally tell the truth about what really happened that night. You know, that's all. I just want him to come forth and finally tell the truth.
All right, now let's go over to Alan and ask you a few questions, Alan. You've heard your brother and sister give us a few words. You probably have been thinking there's something else that we're missing here. Go ahead and say it.
Really, as far as I know, the only thing he's striving on is just, you know, to try to get political help. Because like I said, financially, you know, it's exhausted on that behalf.
But y'all have gone to just about everybody, haven't
Yes.
you? Who have you gone to?
We went to,
David
Representative Brown, Dave Richardson.
We wrote letters to Chuck Stone.
Chuck Stone.
We went to Chaka Fatai.
Chaka Fatai.
He used to be representing out West Philadelphia. We went to Louise Williams. We tried to get these people involved.
And what did they say?
Well, they said they looked into it, but, you know, they didn't really give no response and give no kind of direction on how to go about things. So really, they just, like, rushed on it. And so we had to take it from there and get further advice through political people.
Mm-hmm. So did you see your brother today?
Yes.
And what's he?
Well, you know, he's staying strong, you know. While he's in there, he's doing what he can do to help himself in there for us to tie into it from out here.
In other words, he still is holding to the fact that he may be released. He knows that there's a possibility. Yes. He knows there's a good reason, not only because he knows that he's innocent, but he sees things happening. He feels there's a chance. Huh?
Right.
He never gave up hope.
Right.
Did he think it would take as long as it's taken?
No.
No, I don't think that.
So tell us about that.
Well, he knew it shouldn't have took this long, but through the financial difficulties, that's the reason it took this long.
Not only that, through the advice that we had on different attorneys.
Hold on just a second. Let's turn the camera to you, Larnell. Go ahead.
One of the reasons that took so long, that we went through numerous attorneys, and each attorney has different approaches to how to handle the case. And the approaches that they used, some of them was not too effective, and some of them was pretty good. But the way the court system is set up, is so many delays and delays, whereas though he has a petition in now, I think it's called Alicata, and that's been in there for a while. So what happens is these petitions just sit until someone decides to pick it up and review it. And that's what keeps a person in jail so long, especially when they have petitions trying to get the evidence reviewed. So it's a whole lot of factors that's involved in this that kept Carmen in jail this long time. But Carmen didn't think he would be there this long.
So he is holding up, though.
Yes,
because he sees light at the end of the tunnel somehow.
Hopefully he does see light at the end of the tunnel.
He see light.
Yes.
We visited Carmen today, and the situation that they have Carmen at Rockview Prison is a very unfortunate place where they have him.
And why is that?
They have him on what they call confinement. Okay, and Carmen is holding on very strong. He does a lot of exercise, he does a lot of reading, and he pray a lot. And we also pray. So we hope with these prayers together that they'll be answered and Carmen will be